Hey everybody, and welcome back to Mel's Board Game Room. So today I'm unboxing my copy of Tiny Epic Cthulhu. Now, some of you probably have had your copy for quite a while, and you're like, why did you wait this long? And that's because I have the very bad habit of not completing my final form that you got to fill out when you do a Kickstarter. And then I get the email, but the email doesn't, if it goes in a folder, I don't get notification and I don't think of checking them regularly. So I was thinking, shouldn't this be here soon? And then sure enough, like the fulfillment email was sent like a month ago and I just needed to go and complete my order. So, but it arrived yesterday. And it's funny because I got notification for this one well before I got notification for my Tiny Epic Game of Thrones, which I'll do an unboxing for that one after as well. But Game of Thrones came much sooner, even though I got the notification for the shipping for this one before the other one, but they didn't ship with the same company. But it's here now, and it's so cool. So I figure let's open it all up together. So here is the game. It's all set up here. So I backed Cthulhu, the base game, and I also backed the expansion, which I don't know why I do, because honestly, I almost never play the expansions. I'm not one big on expansion. I have such a large collection that I don't feel the need for extra variety most of the time. So, but with Tiny Epic, I've been doing them. Now, Tiny Epic Dungeon Adventures was in Kickstarter, and this is like the only Tiny Epic game I didn't back, and that's because I love Tiny Epic. Well, I love Dungeon. That was really good, and I really enjoy campaign game, but I don't commit to. Well, no, so I like scenario games, but I don't commit to campaign games. And Tiny Epic Adventure is a campaign game, and I just know that I won't commit to doing it. So, but anyways, let's talk Tiny Epic Cthulhu today. I'm a big fan of Cthulhu games, and I have a lot of games that has that theme. So this one was a no-brainer for me. Now, in true Tiny Epic fashion, they always have the artwork on the inside of the box, and you can utilize the box as a dice tray if the game comes with dice. I believe this one does. Let's have a look at the rule book real quick. So, honestly, all Tiny Epic games, or pretty much all Tiny Epic games, have a tutorial on Dized. Dized, D-I-Z-E-D, is an app that does like tutorial videos, and I really like them. Like, you can go through the tutorial as you play because it'll kind of walk you through playing a game, or if you want, you can watch a tutorial kind of just on your own before playing the game, and that works as well. So that's probably how I'm planning on learning this game, but there is the game or the rule book as well. So that's good. Now, from what I understand, you can play this game in multiple ways. What does it say here? No, this is just a step, but there's a solo mode, or the game variant is on page 21. So, page 21. So, variant solo mode, playing with multiple assistant, or you can be playing with assistant in a 2-player or 3-player game, or playing with 0 players. Okay, yeah, I saw this here. It's, I don't know if you can see that. The player count is 0 to 4. I have no idea what that means, 0 players, but it's, there we go, playing with 0 players. That's a variant setup. And it's funny, my game group, we were discussing this. It's like, what does that even mean? And my friend was like, oh, those are most of my games. That's when you buy a game, but you're collecting them. You don't actually play them. And then my other friend was commenting about, well, look at the theme. That's when the game plays itself. You might want to sage this one first. So it was funny. So yeah, playing with 0 players, I have no idea what that means, but it is interesting. And so I thought, you know what? Honestly, I thought it was a typo. I thought they did a mistake, but no, it's one of the gameplays. So now this game, you'll notice, comes with tons and tons of bits. So I'm going to put this aside. Let's have a look at these first. Oh, this is so many. Look at this. There is so many. So you have, now from what I understand, these are like the big monsters. Oh, so sorry, I'm too like, so we have this one here. We have this lovely one-eyed guy here. Look at him. And then we have, oh, of course, Cthulhu. What kind of Cthulhu game would it be without a Cthulhu? And then we have this bad boy right here. They look great. I love the look of them. That's amazing. And then I'm assuming we have more bad guys here. So we have the green guys. They look like this. They've got a few of them. Then we have the blue guys. They look like this. And then we also have some red guys. They look like little snake monster. So we have those three types of bad guys. Then you have these little tentacles that we're going to be collecting as well. So we have, how many colors there? Red, purple, black. There's blue ones and there's green ones. I think that's all the colors, but these all look like this as well. Now I watched a tutorial video, and it was like just a prototype and they had cubes. So the shape thing is going to be super cool. And then we have these, because there's a book or tome that we're trying to decipher, and these would be the token, I guess, to show which one has been deciphered. So those look really cool with like the little symbols on there. So that's neat. We have brains. Looks like brains. So we have brains. I'm assuming that's kind of to track your horror, because, you know, Cthulhu does that. Then we have the player characters here. Let me put them in here. Oh, there's lots of characters we can play. Is this all of them? There's like a little Cthulhu guide here as well. Am I showing you guys everything? I think I am. But so here's all the characters and the little Cthulhu guy. So these look really cool. I like the attention to details on this one. Great looking components. The game looks very interesting as well from what I watched. I haven't watched a dice tutorial. I was just watching prototype tutorials before, but it also comes with the Astral Artifact a mini expansion, and it says it has, does it have all of this? This has just the cards. 5 artifact, an amulet token, coin token, 4 key token. Maybe there's more in there. 4 monolith token, 4 eye token. That's okay. Well, we'll see what we find. Then it comes with a little bag. I'm assuming it'll be all the tentacles will be in there. I am assuming. We'll see. Oh, here's the expansion components. Let's open this as well. So we have the one-eyed guy, the monolith, we have the coins, we have the key, and we have this green thing, the amulet token. So these are all the things that it comes in that little mini expansion. It's amazing how much detail is on these tiny, tiny little bits, but that's cool. And then the dice are so cool looking. I'm pleased. Look at these. Look at them. Look, oh, these are amazing. And then see if I can get, like there's the Cthulhu guy. These are such neat looking dice. I cannot wait to give this game a try. So that's going to be cool. And then we have the spinners. So what's cool with Tiny Epic is every time they come out with a game, they tend to introduce a new mechanism to the game. And this one, the spinners, what's kind of the new mechanism. Now, what I'd like to bring attention to that I'm impressed with is they kind of have a grippy bottom on this so that the spinner's just not going to flick around easily. Like they've put an effort into making sure that it stays put. Then we have this spinner. Look at the details on this thing. That's super cool. I might give this a wash to kind of give it not so bright green look and then kind of get the details too. But you just snap it into place and then you can spin. And the spinner, if you notice, has two ends. It has this one and it has the one, because when you spin, it's going to activate where it lands as well as on the map, what it's pointing to on the map. And if it ever ends up that it's right on the line, the rule is that you go to the left. You just kind of push it to the left of it, and that's where you end up going. But how neat is that? Okay, that's going to be interesting. And this is going to determine kind of where the new bad guys are going to come out and things like that. So then we have the locations here. So we have the library. They're double-sided. So I'm not sure if it's like a solo side or are they just the same? Oh, no, the ability is different. So this one says you may exchange one transplanted page card with another player's page cards. Obviously, this is a multiplayer side, if that makes. And this one, flip over or discard 2 page cards of your choice. I don't know if one is a solo side or what, but then we have the museum. And then we have the inn. And then we have the park. And then we have the store. Okay, so, and these are going to go, let me move all my bits here. That's a lot of components in here. So these are all going to go around this way. And just kind of randomly put them out this way. And then when you spin, so this one would do the action. I believe it points to the red, and you would put the red bad guy into here. And then we would put, there we go, a red bad guy into here. I will be learning this and then maybe do a playthrough of it. But so far, I'm like, these parts kind of remind me a bit of the Tiny Epic Western, just the shape of the location. But that's where the similarities starts and end. All right, look at the back of this card. This looks so cool. Like, it looks spooky and almost looks like it's leather. I really like the look of that. What's on the other side of this? So this is the Necronomicon chapters. Okay, so this is where we would put these little tokens here to kind of mark what we've deciphered from what I understand. So that's what this is. We have the solo assistant on there, so nice player aid. Okay, that's good. And then we have, I believe these are the characters or character cards. So you can be playing as the doctor. We have the priest. And then we have the scientist. And we have the historian. And then we have the officer. And then we have the detective. So there's a lot of characters to pick from. This is a Kickstarter copy, so it's possible that there was Kickstarter things that revealed. And then the back of, I'm assuming this is a monster card on the other side. Oh, this is a discard mat. Okay, perfect. And then this one here is the Shambler mat. I don't know yet what that means. And then we have the great old ones. We have Yig. We have Yog-Sothoth. Nyarlathotep. Oh my God, these are not easy to pronounce. And then Cthulhu. I can never figure out when I'm spelling Cthulhu. I have to count on spell check because that's just not a normal way of spelling anything. But then you have the bad guy. So you would have one that you would play. So it would change up who you're going against each round. And then we have these little cards here. And then again, they have kind of that neat background here. I really like the look of that art. And these ones have, so these are, from what I understand, these are going to go around the side here, and then you're trying to flip them over and then complete what is on there. And then you have like the little rune symbol on the bottom. And that's pretty much all I know about it. I really need to learn this game a little bit more before I can kind of seriously talk about it. But so far, I am pretty thrilled with how this game is looking. And like, there's just so much. Look at this. So much to this. Like, so many components in here. And that's just the base game. Let's have a look at what the Tiny Epic Cthulhu Cult of Chaos adds. Now, from what I understand here, it's kind of saying here, I believe you can play as the cultists on this side. So I think you could just kind of play as one of the bad guys trying to, release Cthulhu, I'm guessing. So that would be an interesting spin-on thing. And then we have the artwork inside the box here as well. And then we have this rule book. I'm assuming that this one would be undiced as well. I haven't looked. But yeah, so that's kind of what the game all set up would look like. That's pretty cool. So that's this one here. Let's look at all of these components, because there's a lot of stuff in this one as well. All right, let me make some room. That's one thing with Tiny Epic Games. They are very nice, small, compact boxes. But once you're playing, when you get started to play, they're not small games. Like, they will take up a lot of table space. Like, it's a nice, like a nice full-size table game in the end. It just fits in a nice little box. When I first got into the hobby, my ex-husband had me limited to one closet. So Tiny Epic was a series I got into really soon because it made so much sense. You had this big box feel, but didn't have to have that much shelf space for them. Like, it didn't take up much room. But so this one looks like it adds more bad guys here. We have these lovely creatures here. Oh, like it's a crab. And okay. All right. So we have these bad guys. And then we have different tentacles here. So more black ones. And then I'm assuming these are the cultist as well. So you have these guys. Oh, you can't even see the black one here. Let me flip it over. So we have these ones here. That looks super cool. And then we have, oh, I think this might have been another bad guy I just forgot to grab. So let me show these a little closer for you. So I'm assuming these are the character we can play as, but these are the cultists we can play as. And then there's another bad guy here. I'm assuming he's a bad guy. He looks like he's a bad guy, so I'm judging by the look here completely. And then let's see what else we have in here. So it looks like it's adding more location, so you can change it up even more. Or maybe it's like the cultist location, but we have the observatory and then the shrine. So we have these two extra locations that would play with this expansions. We have the astronomer for characters, the hunter, the cultist, the student. And then we have the bad guys that had shown. We have Mormo, Dagon, Atlak Nasha. Oh, he's like a spider. And then Basatan, that's the crab. And then we have the cultist Matt, which is kind of specific for this one. And then the same Necronomicon. And do they all have other double-sided? Okay, so this is all the extra things that comes with the expansion. And the board kind of looks a little bit, that's what it's going to look like when we're playing it. So that was my unboxing of Tiny Epic Cthulhu. I'm really excited to play it. So I'm hoping in the next day or two here I'll get it played. I'll have it all set up. I'll watch a tutorial tonight and then get ready to play and then see if I can fit all of this back in the box. I'm going to try to kind of sort it a little bit better too, so that it's more ready to play and everything's not all in one giant bag. But if you've done like an insert for your version of this game, I'd love to see it. Because this, I think it'll be interesting getting everything back in. But thanks so much for tuning in. Bye, everybody.